is meant by in stereo. Oh, where is it, honey? I need another arm. I do. Boys, did you hear me? First of all, why would they hear me? Hello?
Philip, no matter what you think of any part
Do
of the
I know or
situation,
sound
you
like I
have to
know
agree
what
that the
long-distance carrier we use? Ross, what long-distance phone company do we use? It's irrelevant because I'm never picking up the phone.
The situation regarding this baby is going to be settled today. It's going to be settled at Millennium at noon. Jim and Beth will be there. I will be there, and you should be... Philip, if you want me to help you with this in any way, shape, or form, you will be there at noon. Oh, man, what is going on? I mean, it's like concrete between his ears. And if he thinks I'm going to let 3 adults ruin the future of this poor little kid, they're nuts. What I need is an aspirin. Table.
Choco.
Are the arrows lined up?
Arrows. Yeah. Ross phone.
For heaven's sake, I know what it is. Hello. Wrong phone. Hello.
Ross, it's Reva. I need you.
Oh, Reva, this is really a bad time.
You know, I don't care. Just stay where you are because I'm coming over.
To do what?
I need to send a message to Josh Lewis.
Motherhood, they never paint this picture. If you package this, you'd have instant zero population growth. You put that down right now.
Do you know that this is the only aspirin that we have in the entire house?
We're splitting the last aspirin. Oh, Ross, this is an alarming level of desperation.
Are you just blowing off steam, or do you have this generalized dissatisfaction with your entire life?
Oh, I would time those questions with me a little more carefully.
Do you want half the aspirin or not?
Because with just a little bit of encouragement, I could address all kinds of issues here.
I'm taking my half.
For example, exactly why did we get back together again, honey? Do you want to go there?
I'm taking the other half of the aspirin.
How am I supposed to handle being a mother and our time together, such as it is, and my barely successful career as a romance novelist without failing at all 3? Did you take both pieces of aspirin?
You know something, Blake? You are not the only one who's juggling things in this household. I am. I seem to have every divorce case this side of the Mississippi. This is not to mention the Spaulding-LeMay child custody fandango. And this is the environment that's supposed to nurture my body and soul? This is it?
Hey, you got the aspirin. And forgive me for my lack of sympathy for your routine. When you wake up, hey, what's for breakfast? Bye, honey. Bye, you kids. You go to work, you have adult conversation, business lunches, you come back, you have what's for dinner, and then you get fun in bed, too.
You know something? I knew it. I knew that you were brooding.
You want to see this pile of papers over here on this desk? You know what this is, Ross? This is my novel. I challenge you to tell me how I'm supposed to raise 3 children and write a romance novel. Romance. What is that?
The fax. You didn't tell me you got a fax.
Who's it for?
Well, who can tell with all the oatmeal on it? At least I hope it's oatmeal.
You can relax. It's for me.
So what is it?
It's from my publisher. Or rather, from her assistant. They hated my latest book proposal.
Ross, I need a lawyer, but not just any lawyer.
The babysitter said she needs time off.
I went away for a minute. A quick trip down to Aruba with Noah, and when I left, Josh and I were in agreeable terms. We were friends.
I'm getting out of here.
For good?
I need 10 minutes out of here.
Get some aspirin.
So now my marriage is like this hideous novel. I mean, there's the backstabbing mistress, there's the troubled children, there's the vulnerable family business that supports a raft of relatives, not to mention the ruthless divorce lawyer.
Who? Who did Josh hire?
Flynn and Russo.
Oh, no. Well, I can't get in the middle of this.
Oh, come on,
No, Reva,
Ross,
no divorces between my friends. I can't deal with it anymore.
Russo, Flynn and Russo, that's what I came home to. You know, now I feel like Josh is just trying to hurt me, and I know that Cobra Olivia is right behind all of this.
I can't handle this myself, but I'm not going to let you hang out to dry,
Oh, thank
okay?
you. Thanks.
If you're up against Vince Russo, you need a shark of your own.
A late breakfast is what you interrupted.
Well, I want you to do me a favor, a big favor, and I want you to think divorce turned ugly.
Damn. I thought things had straightened out for you and Blake.
No, I can't divorce Blake. We haven't remarried yet. No, this is a very dear friend of ours needs your help.
Ross, I appreciate the referral, but I've cut way back on my divorce practice. I'm doing the corporate thing now.
Allow me to say 2 words to you. Francine Brown.
Oh, boy. You are invested in this.
She is a very dear friend of ours.
6 months, I can maybe squeeze her in.
No, Ernest, you owe me a favor. Now, I want you to meet with this woman today. I want you to sign on for the duration.
I really can't, Ross.
Perhaps I failed to mention that the people involved are major shareholders in Lewis Construction.
Look at that. Today's lunch just canceled.
Millennium, noon today?
You bet.
Millennium, noon today. She'll be there.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And now you and Josh both have high-powered lawyers, attorneys. And you know something? They're both sharks. But that does not mean that this divorce has to be acrimonious.
Yeah, well, Josh should have thought about that before he hired Vince Russo.
Reva, I want you to try to be civil, all right?
You coming with me?
As a matter of fact, yes, I have a meeting at Millennium as well. Come on.
Good.
Blake, I thought you left.
I was going to, but then I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I do that a lot. Okay, here's your big chance. You have a babysitter and it's quiet.
Which is why I think I'm going to hang out here. I might even try to write.
Well, if it's just going to frustrate you, don't. Don't. What?
It's okay, honey. I think I just had an idea. Love ya. Good luck, Reva.
Thanks. Sorry for barreling in the way I did.
No, you added excitement and energy to our little domestic bliss here. Go, meet, go, out of here. Oh, come on, why are you so slow? A man, a woman in love. They both have lovers. And oh, come on, romance, novel, muse, sing to me. Sing me the song of Reva.
Backstabbing mistresses, troubled children.
But the sky is clearing. I can see the sun rays cutting through what's the word I'm thinking of?
Stupid, stop blithering to each other. Passion, I want to see passion.
What are you doing? How dare you use my personal life and exploit it like this?
No, don't talk to me. Talk to him. I'm doing the typing here.
Excuse me, but what we're going through here is real. Now, who are you to be stealing our lives?
I'm not listening to you. The man turns to the woman.
Blake?
Hey, oh, Mom. Oh,
You're talking to yourself.
was I? I was? Oh, I was. Oh. Actually, Mom, I think I've just about had it. Mount Everest in a bikini. I'm unequipped for this lifestyle.
I need a little more.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's what everybody needs. More. Take. How is a woman supposed to do this?
Oh, you're talking about raising a family.
Oh, not just raising a family and sustaining a marriage, but a career. How do I do that, Mom? A career. I need some answers.
You're asking me how to juggle a career and be a good mother?
No, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's hard for everyone. I did one well, not the other one. Should have been the other way around.
You were a good mother.
At the beginning, maybe.
I'll take the beginning. You know what the problem is? I can't write one word. Not a word. My publisher, my editors, they all hate my latest proposal, and I thought I just had an idea, and it's like running into a brick wall.
Well, what did she say? You want me to look at her notes? Publishers can be wrong occasionally.
Notes? Yeah, sure. 2 words. Try 2 words, Mom. Take a look at that fax over there. It's underneath the oatmeal if you'd like. Nice try. What was that? I like the sound of that.
I was just thinking, we have a file over at the Journal where we keep every story we've ever run, cross-indexed to hell and gone. You might be able to find a viable story there.
Mom, I need romance. I need old-fashioned love, lust, betrayal, unfettered, unbridled, unshackled passion.
You see?
2 people on the precipice. Do they make it? Do they turn back? Do they jump? Do they hang on? Or do they finally find their one and only true love?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mentioned these files to you, and look what happens. You should check it for yourself. You might be able to find something. Romance germinates in the weirdest places.
What? Oh.
Reva, you want to think twice?
Well, no, I just want to go over and say hello to my soon-to-be ex-husband.
Well, you promised that this wouldn't get nasty.
Me, nasty? I'm as happy as a bed of clams. Hi. Hi.
Hey,
Olivia,
Reva.
Billy. I actually took your advice, Josh. I wanted you to know that I got a lawyer of my own.
Really? Well, that's good. That means we can...
Ernest Dewey. You have your shark, and I have mine. Surf's up. Have a nice swim.
They hate me. I mean, they really hate me.
Honey, it wasn't that bad.
The Hindenburg wasn't that bad. My book signing was a nuclear disaster.
You're exaggerating again.
Oh, yeah? Well, explain the mushroom cloud over my head, okay?
What happened?
We need a large slab of chocolate cakes.
Oh, fabulous. I can be washed up and fat, too.
Well, what is the problem?
I just came from the book signing from hell.
Oh, you're big down there? Just kidding.
It was a wake, Buzz. It was a wake for my career as a writer.
It could have been worse.
How?
Hey, you. How was that book signing?
Ixnay on the book signing day.
Now, you know what? It's okay. You two should hear about my darkest hour. Let me set the scene for you. I'm sitting there in the bookstore at the mall. I'm at a table surrounded by big pictures of me. Are people shy? No. Are they intimidated? No. They come right up to me and they ask me questions. Questions are good. They ask me where the restrooms are. They ask me, what time does the store close? They ask me if I could tell them which way is it to the bestsellers rack. They want to know if I know Danielle Steele. One guy asked me if I would watch his dog while he bought some socks.
Well, you must have signed some books.
6.
That's... okay.
5 of them were bought by a woman wearing a trench coat and glasses who looked just like my mother.
No, nonsense.
Yeah, and I'll bet the other one was your hired stooge.
Well, I wouldn't call her a stooge.
Does she work for you?
Yes, but she loves your book,
Yeah,
really.
I'll bet.
There must be some reason for a poor turnout like that.
It's summer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people aren't in malls. They're on the beach.
Reading your book?
And then traffic and, you know.
And traffic.
Right.
Traffic's terrible this time of year. All your readers are stuck in, you know, gridlock.
Nice try, guys, but I know why nobody showed up. They're on to me. I'm not a writer. I never was. I will never write another word again. Didn't stop 17 different books in this past month, and each one's worse than the last. You know, I used to come up with more. I mean, I had ideas, but now it's nothing. I don't get a title, a main character, a story, nothing. I am creatively barren.
I don't believe it. You're a great writer. You're just in a rut.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best of them.
Yeah, look at Hemingway. When's the last time he put out a book?
Hemingway's dead.
Well, see? You got him beat.
Okay, you know, I just know a sign when I see one. And someone is trying to tell me that I'm not supposed to be a writer. I mean, I had my little success, right? So now it's just time to hang up the pen or the laptop or whatever it is.
You don't mean that.
Oh, yes, I do. You know, I think I should just be a mother. Although lately I haven't been very good at that either.
Look, you're just going through a rough patch. You know, I mean, and we're not doing a very good job of cheering you up, are we? I mean, there has to be something we can do.
Do you have Dr. Kevorkian's home number?
No, come on. I think, no, all you need is right now is just some some kind of inspiration.
Yeah, to say the least.
Well, and if we can dig up some inspiration, right, guys?
Absolutely.
If it's done, it's done, really. Before, I had a great success for a book because it was out of personal experience. But now that my life with Ross is settled, sort of, there's nothing.
Well, why don't you write about other people, friends?
Well, I tried that. Thought about that, Reva, Cassie, Harley, etc. They all were all dead ends.
Well, what kind of stories are you looking for?
Well, what my readers liked about my first book was the heroine. I mean, she was this strong, self-sufficient woman who didn't take anything from anybody, but at the same time, she was compassionate and loving and caring. I mean, this was a woman who wasn't afraid to take risks, right? But at the same time, she accepted responsibility for all of her actions. I mean, her life may not have been great at times, but she played the hand she was dealt.
Gee, that sounds like a lot of people I know.
Yeah, well, I tried everybody that I know, and it didn't work out.
So what are you getting at? You're looking to get to some of the people I know?
Your former life? I'm sure you have stories to tell me.
Well,
I'm not sure you spent years burying those memories.
Well, I'm not afraid of my past. And if it'll help Blake, why not?
So we're talking about call girls, right?
Yes, talking about call girls. You probably have some ideas in your head about what a woman that does that for a living is like.
No?
Come on, that's okay. Most people do. For the most part, these women are good people who've had bad breaks. Boyfriends who hooked them on drugs, whatever. But a lot of them were like the character you described.
So do you still keep in touch with some of these women?
I could do. It was a hard life. I mean, I thank God every day that I got out of it. Facing what they have to face, risking their lives, doing what they have to do just to survive. Takes a lot of courage. A lot of them were heroines, actually.
We're great.
Yeah, well, give it a try, huh?
Bye.
I want to spend every waking moment with you, Selena.
Oh, I love hearing that. I'm afraid to believe it.
It's true. I can't get enough of you. I want to learn everything about you.
Why?
Because you're like no other woman I've ever met before. You're strong and independent and so generous. I've seen you struggle through some really hard times and never give up on yourself. You're an amazing woman, Selena. So amazing.
Dreaming of me?
Oh, what?
In a bathing suit? Or honeymoon?
Yeah, you naked on the beach in Bora Bora.
Liar.
Okay, I was actually thinking about what Blake said before.
God, that poor kid's in a meltdown, isn't she?
Yeah, I really want to help her, Buzz.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. Dredging up, memories, life on the street. I don't want to see you go through that again.
Yep, those were bad days, all right.
And they're in the past. They should stay in the past. We're planning a wedding. We don't need anything to distract us from the now and everything we're looking forward to. Stop pawing me, honey.
Chocolate. I need chocolate. Triple threat. Great. So listen, I've been thinking a lot about yesterday. I can't get these women out of my head. The ones you were talking about.
Well, they're not easy people to forget.
If you meant it when you said you wanted to help me, I want to write about them.
Right about the life.
But I need your help. I mean, Look at me, I'm Miss Suburban. I'm light years away from these women and their stories, so I can't really be their voice, but you could.
Blake, I don't know. But that's...
Look, I will keep you anonymous if that's what you're worried about. And 20% of anything I make.
I don't want to make money off my old friends.
Okay, well, then you give the money to charity or give the money to your friends' families. Look, I'm not going into this as a moneymaker either. I want to prove myself as a writer. And I think these women need to be heard.
What do you mean?
Well, they're out there, like you said. They're doing what they have to do to survive. Every day, day after day. They're brave and they're strong and they're sick and they're scared. But above all, they're silent. They have no voice, Lena. Society pretends that they don't even exist, but they do. Virtually every city and town in this country has... It's women, mothers, sisters. They all have a story. I think silence has gone on long enough, don't you? Eat.
There are a lot of stories. They're not all gems. But there is one about this strong young guy who saved the life of this young woman and fell in love with her.
Was she a call girl?
Not then. He couldn't tell her he loved her, but she knew. She knew he did, and she loved him too, but she couldn't say it either. And it went on like that for years. Two halves, a whole joined at the heart. Until finally, one day, he couldn't bear it any longer. All the longing, all the love just came pouring out. He made a promise he couldn't keep.
What happened?
He died in his wife's arms. Your ice cream is melting, Blake. Eat it.
And the girl?
Became a girl.
Was she you?
Yeah. He was the only man that I was ever in love with before I met Buzz. What a thing, love, huh?
To escape.
Escape. I can't believe we actually made it out of there.
And the babysitter did say, take your time.
Thank you for this, Ross. I know that you're under a lot of pressure at work, and I suspect you'd rather be home writing a brief. But I just thought that there were so many things left unsaid. One or two problems to be solved.
I take it the latest novel is not one of them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have gathered a literary head of steam,
Oh,
right?
yes? Which is one of the many things I wanted to tell you about.
Well, so go ahead, so tell me.
All right. For starters, writer's block is gone.
Good.
Yes, I have this amazing new source of material.
Really? Tell me.
Selena.
Selena?
Selena Davids. She has had the most incredible life, Ross, and she's going to let me fictionalize it for my new book.
Yeah. Well, what does Buzz think about that?
I'm here.
Look, honey, you're out of your mind. There's no reason to go over to Harley.
You saw the news.
Yeah, so Philip carried Harley out of tower. So what? I'm sure she's fine.
It's not Harley I'm worried about. It's Philip.
Philip?
They're not answering the telephone over there. She's killed them.
You're kidding, right?
He carried her upside down out of towers. You don't think she's in a rage?
Yes, I'm sure she's mad as hell.
The woman has a service revolver. We're not talking about some kid's first 22 here. We're talking about a Glock. That has serious Philip-killing firepower. By now, odds are, he's a ventilator.
What are you looking for? Well, I understand the first aid kit, but the black plastic garbage bags and the bleach?
What else do we need to dispose of a body?
Dispose of a body. Oh, please tell me you're kidding, but... all right. Let me get this straight. We're going to go over and carve Philip up into tiny bite-sized pieces. Hey, you know, we could make him the special tomorrow. Spaghetti Spalding. What do you think?
I gotta keep it simple.
Buzz, listen, will you please at least try to repress this mad impulse to conceal a homicide that we don't even know has happened yet? And vodka, that's for...
Me. This ain't gonna be pretty.
All right, Buzz, look, that's enough. Harley would not shoot Philip.
Why not? I would.
You're wrong about Harley.
Still no answer.
Look, maybe you're inclined towards violence where Philip is concerned, but Harley isn't.
Where is she?
She's probably burying Philip in the petunia patch, sweetheart. Where else?
Okay, maybe I'm being a little...
Overdramatic? Because you know darn well that Harley wouldn't murder Philip.
No, it'd be self-defense.
Oh, Buzz,
There are
come
problems
on.
to be solved, and maybe I can help. She's my daughter. I owe it to her.
Oh, no. The only thing that you owe Harley is to keep your mouth shut until you're asked for your opinion. You know, I'm not sure that you're not trying to help Harley with her problems just to avoid your own.
Maybe I don't understand my own problems anymore.
Meaning?
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you are willing to open up your past, your whole past, because there's not even a good because, but you're going to sit down with Blake and pour out every intimate detail of your life, very slowly, of course, so she can transcribe it and put it on every bookshelf from here to the West Coast, and I don't get it.
Well, do you think I'm doing it just to aggravate you?
No, but I'd sure like to know the reason.
Well, that was a neat little piece of projection, wasn't it? Well, you couldn't care less about what Buzz thinks about my collaboration with Selena. You're the one who's unhappy about it. Now, why is that?
Blake, I love your writing, and it goes without saying that you can write about anything that inspires you, regardless of the sort. It's just that Selena
Is real. Real woman with real emotions. God knows how problematic that can be. Or is it you just don't think I'm capable of writing a real love story?
No, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, not so ridiculous if that's not what you think we share. So, Ross, define us for me, would you? I mean, exactly why are we back together again? It's because of the children, isn't it? I mean, that's the real reason, right?
Well, yeah, we both love our children. I mean, that's a given, and we both want them to have this stable, traditional family home, and you're a wonderful mother. But there is another reason that we're together. We're together because I love you, and you, I hope, love me.
Ah, you love me. But you don't want to be married to me this time around. I mean, you were burned once, and you're scared it will happen again.
Twice. I was burned twice, but I am not counting. And in your life, you have never been more wrong. I feel, particularly at this moment, completely married.
But we're not. I mean, you mentioned it very briefly at the royal wedding, but we haven't talked about it since.
We've been pretty busy since then, haven't we?
No, you want me as your nanny. God knows you want me as your partner in bed. But not your wife. Not anymore.
Blake, you are the woman that I want. You're the woman that I love. There's nobody else for me. There never will be, Blake.
Well, then be honest with me, Ross. I mean, we've been through everything. All the trials, all the tribulations. So you just lay it out for me. Why aren't we married?
Well,
Just spit it out. I mean, whatever comes to mind.
it's,
Come on, Ross.
maybe marriage is not what we want, need, or can benefit from.
Excuse me.
It is a fact, Blake, that we do not have a successful marital history. You tend to get a little, crazy, and you bolt when things are highly structured. Now, what is the logical way to prevent somebody like that from feeling tied down? Well, duh. You don't tie her down. You love her, you live with her, and you allow her the freedom to go. And by doing that, maybe she'll stay. You see, I am trying not to give you anything to rebel against.
Sounds to me like you're trying not to make a commitment. You know, you say you know me so well, and yet you can't understand that I would want to help write a book that would inspire some insight and compassion for these women who used to be my friends.
These can't be good memories. These have got to be nightmares from the life. And yet you are suddenly willing to go back to these experiences, relive it, so Blake can write a book?
Blake was searching for a story about real women, strong women, women faced with such incredible odds that they survived, that it was a miracle. There are courageous women out on those streets, Buzz, and they've been victimized by men, and they deserve to have their side of the story told.
Look, I don't want to sound insensitive, okay? Let it go. Come on, we're getting married. Let's focus on the future, forget about the past. Why put yourself through it?
Oh, you? Why put you through it?
No.
You know, maybe you're so ashamed of me and what I used to be that you want to pretend like it never happened.
I thought we were through this. I thought we were way past this. I am not ashamed of you. Couldn't be ashamed of you. You've told me everything. I've been honest, open about everything. I mean, there are no surprises lurking out there. I love you.
I love you, too.
But I wouldn't even brought this up, except I just wasn't... I couldn't get where you're coming from. So, I mean, you want to do the book? Go, girl.
It's late. I'm tired, all right? I'm crabby, honey, all right? Can we just go home and bury Philip tomorrow?
Okay, he can wait, all right? As long as Harley's okay.
Now, give me the keys. Why don't you go home first, and I'll lock up. You could call Frank and the police station and the National Guard and anybody else you should want to call, but just do it before I get home, okay?
And then?
And then we'll go to sleep.
We'll see about that.
Go.
I want to spend every waking moment with you, Selena.
Oh, I love hearing that. I'm afraid to believe it.
It's true. I can't get enough of you. I want to learn everything about you.
Why?
Because you're like no other woman I've ever met before. You're strong, independent, and so generous. I've seen you struggle through some really hard times and never give up on yourself. You're an amazing woman, Selena. So amazing. Blake, believe me, I am committed to you in every way possible. Now, I want to watch our kids grow up. I want to send them off to college. I want to sit on the porch and hold hands, count our blessings, and grow old with you.
Oh, so I'll be 90 and still not married.
Blake, my heart belongs to you. Today, tomorrow, and all of the rest of our days together. Now, isn't that the important thing?
Well, I don't think that the insurance company will think so when I try to cash in your death benefit.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. You don't want to give me a traditional structure to rebel against.
And I don't even want you to get to the feeling where you're feeling trapped. I don't want that. We have a wonderful life together. I don't want it to change. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Sure. You don't want to marry someone who is so childlike, so immature that she can't possibly appreciate the value of a promise or the prospect of building a future together. Which, by the way, is the most condescending and insulting thing you or anybody else has ever